Welcome to this week's Techie Tip. Our goal is to finish up our presentation of Google Slides. So let's go to our browser and open up our slide screen. And we're going to select our Training on Slides topic. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the last couple of menus here. Format, Arrange, Tools, Table, and Help. I guess that's more than a couple. But let's add a slide to our list. And let's move that slide down to the bottom. And notice that if I just click and drag, I can easily slide that screenshot anywhere that I would like. So our title today is Finishing Up Google Slides. The Format menu, I don't really think I have to cover too much in this area because like all Windows-based applications, we're all familiar with font size and text color and aligning and all these basic commands that you pretty much see in every Windows-based application. The Arrange menu has a couple of neat things that I would like to talk about in which you can order information or graphics or whatever other objects are on your page. You can center and of course you can rotate. So how does this work? If we go to our Insert menu and select Image, and if I just take a picture off of my computer here, so we will go to our picture folder, and I think I'll go to the iPad and select this iPad picture. Notice that it will upload it. So I have the picture here, and that's nice. I can move this around the screen anywhere I want. If you recall, we talked a little bit more in depth about inserting graphics and things like that. But what I like about the Arrange command is if I was going to insert another image, and this time I'll go by URL, I'll go by search, and let's type in Thanksgiving. And let's see what comes up. So we have all these really nice pictures, and let's take this fabulous picture of a turkey. I think everybody's going to be having a little turkey on Turkey Day. So what's really nice about the Arrange menu is that if I was really trying to explain something to students and I'm putting my graphics in and I want things to be a certain size, I could actually go to the Arrange menu, select Order, and send that backward. And notice how my iPad picture comes up, where I can, of course, rearrange this on the screen. I can, of course, select the larger picture and shrink that down and make that a little bit smaller so that they could both be on the screen at the same time. So another nice thing about the Arrange picture is that I can also select a picture and have it center horizontally or vertically on the screen. So if I select vertically, notice that it'll perfectly position it within that slide block of the screen. I can also go to my Arrange menu and rotate a picture counterclockwise or of course clockwise. So I can also flip it horizontally. The nice thing about this is that you really do have some ability to manage how your graphics are seen on the screen. So it's a couple of nice little features that are built into the Google Slides presentation. Let's add one more slide and take a look at our Tools menu. There's not too much to explain here. You can, of course, do spelling and check those items, and of course there are no spelling to check on this page. You can explore different items. You can define something. You can go into your preferences. And this might be kind of a neat thing to be aware of, because there are things that will automatically capitalize or things that will be quoted and so forth. You can also type in something as me and replace it with I, and now that becomes part of your process, so that every time you type in the word me, it'll automatically replace it with the word I. If you didn't want that in there, you would simply click the X and that removes it. So the preferences menu is kind of neat because it can allow you to put in some shortcuts and automate some tasks that might be tedious, especially if you work with chemistry or a lot of math formulas and things like that. You can really create some shortcuts. So our last menu, or next to last menu, is the table menu. And this is pretty basic as well. You know, when you insert a table, you can choose the number of columns and rows just by selecting according to the blocks that you have here. So if we were to select a 3 by 3, notice that we have 3 columns with 3 rows. Once I click in any column, I can begin to type my information, and I simply tab over to continue entering information. But once I have that there, I can actually go back into my table menu. I can insert rows above and below, columns left and right. I can delete rows and columns. I can distribute my rows and columns evenly. And if I actually select the entire column, I can go back into my table menu and I can merge the cells so that it's all in one cell. So tables, again, I think are a pretty common feature that most of us have used in traditional word processing documents. So I think that's a pretty easy one to follow through on. The last item that I really would like to talk about here is the help menu. I can never stress enough how important the help menu is. So you can actually type in a particular topic if you need some assistance. You can go right to the slides help. You can report a problem directly to Google. It does happen. Google often sends out updates and changes and fixes to their program, and sometimes it just needs to be told, hey, Google, fix this problem. And they're pretty responsive. You can also take a look at some keyboard shortcuts, which I think is pretty handy. If you are a keyboard person, knowing these commands really will be convenient. So this is pretty much Google Slides in a nutshell. There are lots of things to explore and use in this program. It's a pretty simple application. It's collaborative. It's online so that you can access it anywhere, anytime with internet access. And I hope you have enjoyed this series of Google Slides.